It is time to quickly check in on the construction progress made over last week in and around Universal Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. Since our last update last week, we have seen several changes in different areas of the park. From the dome being nearly complete on top of the Helios Grand Hotel, to the oversized character head beginning on top of Minecart Madness, and scaffolding being removed from the mountain high above Mead Hall in How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burk. Let's take a look at these new aerial and ground views provided to us by BioReconstruct. Starting this update in the front of Celestial Park, where guests are met by cascading waterfalls as they enter the park. Sheeting has been installed over the small bridges that give access to the island in the middle of the waterfalls. It is likely that we will see some sort of progress each update on these small bridges as we get closer to the landscaping being completed on that island. At the newest project inside of Epic Universe, at the two new quick service dining locations, cinder block has been seen started to be installed on top of the footers. This means that we will soon be able to see the walls of these locations and how that would fit in around the rest of Celestial Park. Right across the pathway, the majority of the second main water feature at the base of Constellation Carousel has been fully painted. Only a small section remains to be painted. Just on the other side of Constellation Carousel, at the building that houses the Super Nintendo store and Pizza Moon, a new glass room can be seen on the side of Pizza Moon. This is likely a seating area that will have an overlook of Celestial Park as guests enjoy their fresh pizza. Between the main show fountain of Epic Universe and the Helios Grand Hotel is a waterfall that will feed the main show fountain. We can see workers constructing a new form at the top of the waterfall, which we now know is extending the already thought to be finished look of this waterfall. Overlooking this waterfall sits the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant, where it seems that the courtyard is completed, as we can see a blue fence circling this courtyard, keeping traffic off. On top of the Helios Grand Hotel, over where the bar and lounge is on the rooftop, the dome that has seen the corrugated steel being installed over the past several updates has been nearly complete. In this aerial view, we can see small gaps around the entire dome. However, just a few days later, on this ground view, we can see those small spots have since been covered, which means the steel on top of this dome is more than likely completed, as scaffolding can be seen inside of the dome to work on the interior construction. Out back in the resort's pool area, we can see the walls of the pool are beginning to be shaped. As we saw last update, the floor was completed of both the pool and the hot tub. Just outside of the entry portal to Dark Universe sits the entry courtyard, which, similar to Blue Dragon, has that blue fence around the perimeter of the courtyard, giving it that finished look to keep traffic off of. Inside of this village thought to be named Darkmoor, the walkways and sidewalks are progressing through the village streets. As we make our way to the back of Dark Universe, the themed sign frame in front of Burning Blades has fencing around it as well. The scaffolding that has been in front of Burning Blades going up the windmill has also been removed. However, no blades are present on Burning Blades. When will we see these blades installed? Give us what you think in the comments below. On the other side of Celestial Park, in the new Wizarding World and the streets of Paris, several areas of scaffolding are being reinstalled on the facades of the building. Concrete forms can also be seen being installed just behind the entry portal in that courtyard between the portal and the arch. It seems as though guests will be funneled left and right like originally thought. In the magical world of Super Nintendo World inside of the Mushroom Kingdom, theming around the land continues as a contour is completely uncovered along with the Yoshi ride vehicles on that Yoshi Omnimover ride. Behind the Mushroom Kingdom, inside of Donkey Kong Country, the wall theming is continuing as the initial framing looks to be complete. The top of the waterfall is being painted as well, as the water will fall down the temple walls into the collection pool where the coaster will splash through later on. Scaffolding is also being installed at the top of the lift hill on top of the golden frame in preparation for the creation of that large character head that will overlook the coaster. Lastly, in the How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Burk area of Epic Universe, the painting continues around the entry portal to the land. In the back of the How to Train Your Dragon land, there are concrete wall forms at the Untrainable Dragon entrance, with concrete being seen inside of a few of them. These forms will funnel guests into the entrance. Behind Dragon Racers Rally, the scaffolding continues to surround the grandstand and dragon houses that Hiccup's wing glider flies through on its journey around the land. The third foundation at Viking Training Camp has been poured, as we can see the foundation work for the footers of the structure of the play area is beginning in the first and second pour. Lastly, and the biggest news from the How to Train Your Dragon land, is the scaffolding that has surrounded Mead Hall for the last several months is beginning to be removed. And this is actively happening, as seen in the difference between this aerial view and this ground view just a few days later. Just south of Epic Universe, at Stella Nova and Terra Luna, there are just a few tiles remaining to be installed on Terra Luna on the Universal Boulevard side of the resort. Over at Stella Nova, on the bottom two floors, they are currently being painted gray, compared to the regular concrete look that we have seen previously. It is hard to tell if there will be colorful tiles on these bottom two floors still, but we will see in the coming months. I do hope you enjoyed this quick Universal Epic Universe construction update, and as always, be sure to subscribe so you do not miss the next Universal Epic Universe construction update. As always, until next time, travelers, have a great one.